Hi, today I will be painting this beautiful butterfly using watercolors. So the first step is to quickly draw your butterfly. You can draw it in any of the pose that you want. You can look at an image from online and you can see which image catches your fancy and do a very quick sketch using your pencil. I'm using 300 GSM watercolor sheet sketch pad, and I'm going to be using paints from Prima. The palette is Tropicals. So I'm going to quickly speed up the process and show you how I fill the colors. You just have to go with very light washes of the different colors that you have, and you can be a little fast when you're doing watercolors. So what really helps is to make sure that you don't use too much of water in your colors when you're doing these kind of paintings which have a lot of colors next to each other. Otherwise what would happen is they will blend into each other and you will get a lot of blobs which you might not really want. If you're not able to control the usage of water that you're going to apply, then in that case wait for each color to dry out a little bit and then add in the next color. You can also switch over to a smaller size brush for all of these finer details, and if you're not still very familiar of how to use these thin brushes, then you can use your micron pens for creating those details, specifically in black. Once the first layer has dried out a little bit, I'm going to just darken all of the areas which are needed. This way it can blend in by itself a little bit, but at the same time not too much. You will notice that I'm hardly using a lot of color. This palette is pretty strong, and for a painting of this size you don't really need to mix a lot of color freehand and keep it. It's much easier if you just go by your instinct at that time, experiment that way, and see how it is coming out. Once the base has dried, I'm going to use a micron pen which is waterproof. So I prefer using micron pens which are waterproof to do this, because in case I feel that I want to add in some more paints at the end of the outline, I can always do that. If you use a non-waterproof one, it will all smudge in. This process is a lot of fun because it helps you to establish all the details of your character that you're creating, in this case the butterfly. There will be a lot of details that you might have missed out to paint. That's completely fine. You can add it in the outline when you're creating that, so it gives life to your entire painting. Hope you enjoy watching this getting filled up right now. Creating insects, butterflies, and other things from nature is a wonderful way to practice your skills. So this is something that I do on a regular basis. It helps you to understand color mixing. It helps you to understand how to place one color next to another in watercolors and make sure that it doesn't merge. Hope you had a nice time watching this. Do try it out, and you can tag me on Instagram and I'll be able to see what you've created. Consider subscribing to my channel if you like to get more updates on different kinds of art and various tutorials. Thank you.